Be ready. 5 seconds. Start. Honorable Speaker Sir, esteemed members of this august House, I rise to speak on an institution that stands as the silent sentinel of our seas, the Indian Navy. In a world that is witnessing increasing maritime competition and where global trade, energy, security, and national defense are all intricately linked to the oceans, the Indian Navy plays a role that is not just strategic but existential to our nation's peace and prosperity. The Indian Navy is not merely a fighting force, it is a comprehensive maritime force that safeguards India's interests across a vast oceanic domain. From the Arabian Sea in the west to the Bay of Bengal in the east and extending into the vast stretches of the Indian Ocean region, the Indian Navy ensures that our waters remains safe, secure and open for peaceful commerce. The Navy's motto, Sham no Varuna, meaning may the Lord of the oceans be auspicious unto us, reflects both the power and the responsibility it shoulders. Since its humble origins in 1612 as the East India Company's Marine and later as the Royal Indian Navy, the Indian Navy has transformed into one of the most capable and professional maritime forces in the world. Post-independence, the Navy has grown not just in size but in stature, evolving from a coastal defense force to a blue water navy capable of operating far from Indian shores, safeguarding our national interests and projecting power when necessary. One cannot speak of the Indian Navy without remembering its role in the 1971 war, particularly Operation Trident and Operation Python. In a brilliant display of strategy and precision, Indian naval forces attacked Karachi harbour, crippling Pakistan's naval strength and ensuring India's command over the seas. It was during this war that the Indian Navy truly demonstrated its ability to strike deep and decisively, altering the course of the conflict. Today, the Navy remains central to India's security architecture. In an era when 90% of our trade by volume and over 70% by value is carried over the seas, protecting maritime routes has become critical. With the growing presence of foreign powers in the Indo-Pacific region, increasing assertiveness in the South China Sea, and the emerging threats of piracy, smuggling, and maritime terrorism, India needs a strong and technological advanced navy more than ever. Honorable Speaker Sir, the Navy's strength lies not only in its platforms, its ships, submarines and aircraft, but also in its people. The officers and sailors of the Indian Navy exemplify discipline, commitment and excellence. Whether it is manning aircraft carriers, operating nuclear submarines, flying maritime reconnaissance aircraft, or patrolling the high seas, our naval personnel show unmatched courage and dedication. Their presence brings stability, confidence and deterrence in times of crisis. We are proud to say that India is one of the few nations in the world to have an indigenously built aircraft carrier, the INS Vikrant. Built under the Make in India initiative, Vikrant is not just a warship, it is a symbol of India's self-reliance, technological prowess, and defense capabilities. Alongside the INS Vikramaditya, our carrier battle groups project India's maritime strength and ensure that we are not merely spectators but active participants in shaping regional maritime order. Furthermore, the Indian Navy's indigenous shipbuilding program must be commended. Ships like the Shivalik class frigates, the Kolkata class destroyers, and the Scorpion class submarines are all examples of India's growing capability to design and build advanced warships. The Navy's commitment to Atmanirbhar Bharat is firm and forward-looking. It not only strengthens our security but also boosts our domestic industry and creates high-skilled employment. The Navy's role is not limited to combat. Its humanitarian assistance and disaster relief efforts, both at home and abroad, have been commendable. Whether it was the tsunami of 2004, Cyclone Fani, or the evacuation operations during the conflicts in Yemen and Sudan, the Navy has been at the forefront, providing food, medical aid, and rescue to thousands. Operations like Samudra Setu during the COVID-19 pandemic stand as testimony to the Navy's ability to act swiftly in service of humanity. As we look to the future, the Indian Navy must be prepared for multidimensional threats. This means strengthening our underwater capabilities with more submarines, expanding our surveillance network through satellites and UAVs, and embracing new technologies like cyber warfare systems, artificial intelligence, and autonomous vessels. The maritime theater command currently in progress should be fast-tracked to bring synergy among our tri-services in the maritime domain. We must also recognize the importance of strategic naval bases such as INS Kadamba in Karwar, INS Rajali in Tamil Nadu, and our presence in the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. These are not just bases but strategic assets that extend our reach deep into the Indian Ocean and ensure maritime domain awareness. India must also step up as a net security provider in the region. The Indian Navy already engages in joint exercises like Malabar, Milan, Varuna, and Simbex with countries like the USA, France, Japan, Australia, and our neighbors in the Indian Ocean.